lights low like a daydream sunrise. Chimes in reverse, piano notes fading, lo-fi texture overlay. Final crackle, whispered vocal, ghostline reality is just a memory corrupted. Not end, progression begins. Arpeggiated synths sparkle with stereo panning. Chill step rhythm, light snare, side chain kick. Soft sub bass, hum below, effect flutter, delay tails, glare between the lines. Echoes of a dream long gone. Broken frames rewind, as I play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically, pitch rising, pad under shimmering synths. Arrow filtered upward. Hold on, for what's not real. Western bass drum, motion emotional stacks. All chords side chain to the kick. Switch spark texture sprinkled over the drop. Vocal stutters woven into the mesh. Bass, gentle, round but aggressive. Melody cascading in sevenths and ninths. Ambient interlude, suspended in sound. That's well, and descends sparkle with patterns. Vocal whisper layered underneath. I was whole once before the break. Second drop, my memory corrupting chord structure, but with granular delay effects. Vocal fragments chopped and reversed. Melody is now warped slightly as if unstable. Sub-bass slightly detuned for emotional tension. Final vocal line, fragments fading forever. Pads slowly retreat. Piano chords echo like fading thoughts. Final effects, all takes time and low bit depth glitch. Ends with a single reverse chime. Pitch rising pad under shimmering synths. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically. Pitch rising pad under shimmering synths. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically. Pitch rising pad under shimmering synths. Snare roll filtered upward. Hold on to what's not real, but I still play the into the melody. Bass, gentle, round, not aggressive. Melody cascading in sevenths and ninths. Ambient interlude, suspended in sound. That's well, and descends sparkle with patterns. That's why we retreat, piano in sound. That's well, and dissolve piano melody solo with subtle glitch artifacts. Vocal whisper layered underneath. I know the break. I was whole once before the break. Melody cascading in sevenths and ninths. Synchro. Frustrating drums layered with subtle mechanical hums. Sparse glitch effects flicker like beta sparks. Distant robotic vocal sample graviton field destabilizing. Tight tech step drums kick in, punchy kicks, crisp snares, rolling hats, bassline thick, modulated growls with wobbling gravity like shifts. Glitch leads cut sharply through the mix with stuttering rhythms. Vocal chops have a light gravity. Sense rise with filter sweeps and pitch bends. Drum rolls accelerate with glitchy fills. Vocal loop, crush, crush, crush. Full neural bass drop with deep crushing sub-bass and complex rhythmic patterns. Bass growls oscillate with pitch modulation layered with distorted synth shards. Drums punch hard with syncopated break beats and glitch percussion. FX digital crackles and mechanical impacts. You can ambient break with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Whispered vocal sapping. With enhanced bass layers and increased distortion. Synth leads weave fast, pitchy runs cutting through the bass drum fills speed up with intricate syncopation. FX cascade with mechanical hits and digital noise bursts. Gradual disintegration of elements with glitch fades and sub-bass decay. Final low bass note sustains and fades into silence. Closing melodic voice. Baritone crusher. Complete. Sub-bass rolls in with subtle growls, atmospheric low drones and distant crackles mimic seismic activity. Gradual build of synthetic tension noises and distant robotic roars. Warning, bassquake imminent. Warning, bassquake imminent. Hard-hitting dumps and drums begin with heavy kicks and sharp snares. Bassline deep and distorted with slow crushing wobble. Layered thunderous synth slams hit on the downbeat. Tracks ground shaking impacts and rumbles. Sneaks feel the quake, unleash the overload. Rising white noise and filter sweeps build tension. Drum fills speed up with glitch stutters and snare rolls. Vocal chop loop. Explosive bass drop with massive wobbling sub-bass and fluorescent layers. Thunderous synth hits punctuate the rhythm. Drums punch hard with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. Seismic crashes, bass slams and glitch bursts. Energy pulls back to deep atmospheric paths and rumbling bass drones. Distant echoing vocal symbol. Aftershock. Return of the drop with added distortion and layered thin synth. Bass growls gifted with modulated pitch bends. Drum patterns intensify with complex fills and rapid hi-hats. Cascading glitch effects and heavy bass punches. Elements peel away, leaving a deep sub-rumble and distant seismic echoes. Final synth reverberates into silence. Closing vocal sample. Fading. Bassquake. Complete. Complete.
plasma crackles, distant machine drop, alien screech effects, high-pitched, modulated, low synth swell builds pressure, distorted voice whispers, exoburst initialized. Snare roll starts bending and ever-risers laced with glitch and static burst. Draw countdown, 3, 2, 1. Stomping rhythm groove kicks in, bassline molten wobbly, deep distortion. Big stem sharpened alitone, gated rhythm, kick, clutching tight. Alien screech layer woven into bass hits. Occasional laser zap, slice stereo pan. Syncopated loop feels mechanical but alive. Reverb tails trail like plasma discharge. Pads with low end filter sweep, containment breach, iron lash unleashed. Glitch sparkles dance above an ambient layer. Slow snare build, triplet glitch fill. Burst low engaged. Bass stats now doubled and pitch shifted. Kick gains some rumble layer. Screech synth bends upward like overheating metal. Mid bass distortion spikes in fast bursts. Drops feel heavier, alien unstable effects. Rising tone with granular crush before each stab. Fight crackle, bass fades to deep pulse. Voice modulator, all systems collapsing, initiating plasma fall. Filtered synth echo spiral outward, silence. And full plasma meltdown. Bassline explodes in layers on fades. Screeches modulated to sound like screaming energy. Red drums distorting glitch on every fourth beat. Pitch warp stereo panning madness. Glitch effects stack near the end. Drop ends with filter down and reverse stab. Single alien tone echoes, distant static sub fades. Exoburst complete, anomaly record, silence. Pads with low-end filter sweep, containment breached, iron lash unleashed. Glitch sparkles dance above ambient layer, slow snare build, triplet glitch fill. Load engaged. Bass stats now doubled and pitch shifted. Kick gains some rumble layer. Screech synth bends upward like overheating metal. Mid bass distortion spikes in fast bursts. Drops feel heavier, alien unstable effects. Rising tone with granular crunch before each stab. Lo-fi crackle, bass fades to deep pulse. Voice modulator upolated to sound like screaming energy. Filtered synth echo spiral outward, silence. In full plasma meltdown. Basslines. Static glitch pulses begin to sink. Synth drone fades in with jump delay. Warp vocal, sample, annual breach. Spiral breach, flash shatters, system, boot glitch. Mid-tempo, kick snare, beat enters. Dark pad swirl, beneath flickering hi-hats. Rising arpeggios, pan left and right. Distorted synth riser clamps with circuit bend effects. Sounding with untamable. All voltage spiral ignites. Massive sub-bass pulse hits. Decay beat stomps in like glitched out synth oscillating in spirals. Bassline thick, warped, gritty. Break stutter, rewinds, tape stop, FX. Fill robotic snares. White noise, blasts. Pads return, flickering and chopped. Fragmented melody rebuilds. Vocals glitch and breaker engaged. Terminate loop. Dodge harder, spiral collapse. Bass becomes more distorted. Late gets pitch warped, filter crushed. Sub shakes underneath with LFO twist. Laser effects, pan wide with delay tails. Quick half bar fill. recycle corrupted. Lead melody re-emerges from static. Bassline gets layered with reverb explosions. Switch lead stack, heavy low end surge. Kick buzzer into syncopated chaos. Rewind effects rips the final drop in half. Ends on a long spiral of filtered decay. Final voice, voltage spiral, broken. Lo-fi fade out, circuit fuzz and feedback. Synth trail fades to black. Flickering and chopped, fragmented melody rebuilds. Vocals glitching, breaker engaged, terminate loop. Bunny harder, spiral collapse, bass becomes more distorted. Late gets pitchfork, filter crushed, sub shakes underneath with LFO twist. Laser effects, pan wide with delay tails, quick half bar fills. Machine gun snares, bit crush, screaming robotic glitch fills. Kick gets heavier, more reverb tail. Ambient breakdown, slowed heartbeat kick, distant static and reverse piano. Distorted vox with recycle corrupted. Lead melody re-emerges from static. Lead melody re-emerges from static. Groove system melt. Slow atmospheric synth pads with heavy reverb. Crackling static and white noise layering gradually. Instant, fragmented vocal samples whispering. Signal fading, lost. Sparse dubstep beats emerges, deep kicks and soft snares. Decayed warp textures with pitch modulation. Bass pulses, low rumbling distorted. Glitch effects, intermittent noise bursts and echoing clicks. Vocal fragments. Vocal fragments. Vocal fragments. Vocal fragments. Vocal fragments. Burst. Flagging static and white noise layering gradually. Distant intervals. Decay. Pull back up, step back, majesty distorted bass growls. Distant decay, refind the drop with more intense distortion later bass growls. Fragmented pitch and glitch. Echo glitches, the rhythms through the soundscape. Echo glitches, weave through the soundscape. Atmosphere that like static echoing and echoing sense. Final vocal fragment whisper signal lost forever. On a fading white noise. with heavy distorted bass growls and growls. Placing glitch chop rhythm dissonant intervals. Decay. Step up with heavy distorted bass growls. Intervals. With halftime noises. Lost in the decay. Return of the drop with more intense distortion and layered bass growls. Synth textures more fragmented and glitch heavy. Echo glitches weave through the soundscape. Elements fade out with lingering static and echoing synths. Final vocal fragment whisper signal. Lost forever. Ends on a fading white noise sweep.
Seed welding sparks, steam hissing, massive servo whirs, industrial ambience with low rumbles, clanking metal echo effects, mechanical vertical accepted engaging bass wells, slow rising build with reversed metallic hits and glitch shards. Drums hit like piston slams, heavy kick, snappy snare, bassline, grinding like metal tearing. Welding sparks used as rhythmic textures. Aggressive robotic screech layered with low mid growls. Upstart patterns mimic robotic movement. Glitch X filled every 8 bars, two soft sparks. Tension build with reverse hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. Full sparks rising, brace for discharge. Iron swell. Head left to right. Brace over right. In with double bass stabs, kick drum has added subfloor shock. Mess screech now glitch pitching every 2 bars. Clank and brushing creep, studded machine feels soft tooth snack distortion automation bass that fills before major hits add instability. Dirty bass modulates like pressure valves breaking. Halftime rhythm, failure imminent, recalibrate core sequence. Low alpha builds with spark delays, steady steam hiss and fracture. Swell override complete, machine siren and alarm in the brace line. Kick and snare reversed in parts, bass dab rhythms become unpredictable and hostile. Wicked lines explodes, melts, feedback screech at each phrase end. Ends with sub drop into silence, ends with slow exhaust release, real soft release. Welding sparks fade, final voice. Core stabilized, override terminated. Signal fades to static. Build with reverse hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. System pressure rising. Brace for discharge. Siren swell. Head left to right. Welding sparks used as rhythmic textures. Siren swell. Head left to right. Welding spill with right. Hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. System pressure rising. Brace for discharge. Siren swell, head to right. Brace for right. Bass for discharge. Band left to right. Will left to right. Welding spilled with right. Completes between phrases. Glitch fills before major hits add instability. Dirty bass modulates like pressure valves breaking. Halftime rhythm. Failure. Imminent. Recalibrating core sequence. Bass weld over themselves. Low potic odes with spark delays. Steady steam hiss and back swell override. Complete. Machine siren and alarm under bassline. Kick and snare reversed in parts. Bass stab rhythms become unpredictable and hostile. The custom stack explodes. Valves, bolts, weld, snaps. Feedback screech. At each phrase ends with subdrop into silence. Slow exhaust release. Welding sparks fade. Final voice.
Core stabilized override terminated.
Signal fades to static.
Filtered bass pulses mimic data traffic. Binary effects, modem crackle, firewall ping echoes. Robotic voice sample, low pitch, digitalized. Initiating bridge protocol, loading exploit. Build up starts, metallic taps, reverse symbols, low rumble. Classic rhythm kicks in laser like lead, distorted saw with pitch on wobbling sub-bass, syncopated metallic tone, blitz crushed hi-hats, background aware rums and firewall breach, vocal sample, access granted, containment failed, tightening drum loop with rising growl, repeating vocal glitch stutter. All this integrate. High-pass filter sweep on baseline rising screech. Main rhythm groove. Jagged laser cuts synth hits on every beat. Dirty mechanical bass wobbles layered with malware like FX. Sound design mimics corrupted data streams. Breaking 140 blue-sided bottle. Meltdown in progress. New rhythm staggered offbeat groove. Heavier sub. Glitch lead modulates every 4 bars. Bit crush effect slices through background layers. Glitch voice sample. Detected firewall meltdown in progress. Drop gets heavier, double distortion layered whoops. Reverse engineered synth spiral down then slam. Mid drop brief tech stop, then punch back in with extra grit. Malware data fast glitch randomly through stereo field. Drum fade leaving glitchy synth fragments. Final sound firewall classics. Class code fragment. Classic rhythm kicks in. Laser like lead, distorted saw with pitch automation. Of OM active. Flickering fire, crackle and molten lava like synths. Distant sirens, ambient smoky noises build tension. During the drop zone, heat rising. Heavy rhythm drums enter with punchy kicks and sharp snares. Bassline, deep molten growls with slow crushing wobble. Solid synths with pitch bends and flame like modulation. Every crackling embers and fire bursts. Photo. Drop zone. Drop zone. Ignite. Inferno. Drop zone. Ignite. Rising synth sweeps layered with fiery noise bursts. Snare rolls and drum fills increase intensity. Vocal loop intensifies. Drop zone. Drop zone. Drop zone. Full rhythm drop with crushing bass and molten synth layers. Bass growl slam hard with modulated distortion. Percussion is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. FX, bursts of fire, crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back, smoky pads and distant fire crackles. Whispered vocal sample, burning through the chaos. Return of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex with triplet hi-hats and glitch effects. Synth beats sizzle with rapid pitch modulation. Effects cascade with layered fire bursts and rumbling low-end hits. Elements slowly dissolve with fading fire crackles and distant thunder. Final bass rumble fades out into silence. Closing vocal sample, soft, fading, inferno. Complete. Drop zone. Drop zone. Drop zone. Full rhythm drop with crushing bass and molten synth layers. Bass growl slam hard with modulated distortion. Percussion is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. FX, bursts of fire crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back to smoky pads and distant fire crackles. Whispered vocal sample, burning through the chaos. Return of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex with triplet hi-hats and glitch effects. Synth leads sizzle with rapid pitch modulation. Effects cascade with layered fire bursts and rumbling low-end hits. Elements slowly dissolve with fading fire crackles and distant thunder. Final bass rumble fades out into silence. Closing vocal sample.
Soft, fading, complete.
Inferno.
Floating system breach detected. Opapine static rising glitch noise. Whispered vocal sample. Fragment. Burn. Initiated. Layered synth paths glitching out like code corrupting. Bit crush snare hits every 4 beats. Deep reverse crash. Building tension. Effects. Circuit. Hiss. Binary flutter sounds. Glitch door entry. Wobbling wide. Fractured and layered with bit crush delay. Pillow and compressed, hits like corrupted RAM. Shock with reverse pre-hit artifacts. Fragmented, pitch bending every raw like melting data. Dead dump glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Off-top sound reserve force, digital memory center, memories. Silence audio tear warps. Quick silence high-pitched data. Spiked immediate drop. Fire overload. Pulses now hotter, angular. Sub-bass modulates like melting machinery. Here now drifts first. Discluded white noise bliss. Heat sickness reverse forward. Layering with glitch sounds. Podcast mid glitch resets. Extract subute. Random zeros left right. Depth changes mid-bar for sound. Melting effect. Sounds like a hard drive dying. Fragment collapse. Stars and a sprint glitch. Ambience intermittent sub rumbles. Synth reverse slow down. Then auto pan like spiraling. Ordinarily out of control. Virtual debug glitches into operations. Gives words new pedigree. Long drop in corridor. Bombs right into it. Extra distorted. Morphs into a crystalline high energy lazily. Wide and multi-layered. Almost orchestral glitch form. Massive reverse reverb glitch fragments. Fragmented, pitch bending every bar like melting data. Hidden dump glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Throws constantly braced on polyphones, never predictable. Get a predictable.
flow inseparable like a machine powered on deep underwater. Sparse on beat glitches, flicker, fade reverse, hi-hats and bitch crush risers. Good vocal texture, entering the void, I have initiated.
Drop beats emerges slowly, 808 booms till it's snare. Bass filter growls, submerged like it's underwater. Melody gets inside, wave arcs drifting in the background. Occasional river bursts and glitch clicks. You just QL, copy, edit, pushing the code, I'm pulling you under. Darknet zone with a 5 years colder. Crash the light, I corrupt and smother. No reset now, I'm your system's thunder. Synth pitch bends upward like pressure building. Snare roll with granular effect. Deeper, deeper breach. Low end pulses, increase intensity, I slow down ping. Structure, bass drop hits, less of distorted 808 with low pass modulation. Hi-hat switch to triplet rolls. Less engaged in millisecond of red. First hi-hats and big crush risers. Whisper vocal texture, entering the drive initiate. Must make resumes again. Flip initiate, initiate. Trap beats emerges, slow down pitch effects. Reverse, reverb effects, trail into silence. No light, just code, just fall. Outward first, LA, lost in static, drift away. Core corrupted, nothing pure. Virus deep, no final cure. Hard to drop with glitch variation. 808s now, big crushing clipping. Melody switches to up, down like glitches. Ton of glitches, drums get heavier, layered traps, snares. Final vocal cut, disrupt with glitch variation. 808s now, big crushing clipping. Melody switches to up, pellet you under. Dark and never rate traps, snares. Final vocal cut. Abyss reached. System error. Complete.
Bass slowly fades, replaced by glitched final crackle. Final 4 notes echo like sonar in pitch descent.
Vocal whisper fades. You're not coming back. Complete back, bigger breach. Complete back, bigger breach. Low end pulses increase intensity like sonar ping. Stock trap, bass drop hits, massive distorted 808 with low pass modulation. Hi-hat busted, triplet rolls. Velocity spins, buckles, busts and sparkles. Specific hits and noise. Heavy subducking and granular daily effects. Drum down beat, interlude with slow down glitch effects. Reverse, reverb, reverb, it's trailing to silence. No light, just code, just fall. Beaker falls, bits decay, lost in static, drift away. Core corrupted, nothing pure. Virus deep, no final cure. Hard to drop with glitch variation. 808s now, big crushing clipping. It's now been crushed and clipping. Melody switches to a pen to silent. Glitches, tray, lit to silence. Purpose reached, system error, complete. Idle vocal cut. Abyss reached, system error, complete.
The beat slowly fades, replaced by glitch.
Final crackle. Final 4 notes, echo like summer and touch the sense. Growth get heavier with layered traps, snares. Final full whisper fence. Jury not coming back. Fantasy rips and make a heartbeat. Soft mechanical whirring, distant digital murmurs. Filtered pads swell with low and rumble. By the signal locked, override initiated. Trap beat kicks and distorted in away from metallic snares. Baseline granular wobble modulating and stutters. Glitch textures fade in and out like biofeedback loops. Vocal heavily plaza robot exotic. VB method vital spike, I can't comply. Heartbeat sits with signal live. Echo maps my green mind. Override, I'm redefined. Snare rolls tighten, high pass filter. ECG beats accelerating glitch. White noise rise from top vocal. Signal override. Viper trap plus industrial bass explosion. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitch slits, syncopated pulses like corrupted EKG. Vocal and rhythm, syncopated claps. EO signal locked. OB8, high value initiate. Drop beat kitted. Cement pulse electric skin.
runs in my spine. Minimum or redefined. Layers subgrow high and shriek. Last word of copy bait. Synthetic pulse electric skin. Biocorrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrow high and shriek. Last words from synthetic voice. Override complete identical voice. Shed on force. Override, beep. Ends with single flatline beep. Industrial bass explosion. Heavy 808s morph with bass grinds. Glitched legs, syncopated pulses like a corrupted EKG. Lemon rhythm, syncopated claps. Effects, circuit snaps, static crashes, heartbeat distortion. Glitch modes, things that do pitch, then pass. Drums that are tree skin and biocorrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layers subgrowl high and shriek. Last word. Copycats, spizzac, pulse electric skin. Biocorrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrowl high and shriek. Layered subgrowl high and shriek. With pitch bend pads. Exploding from synthetic voice. Biocorrupted from within. Override runs in my spine. Human no more redefined. Layered subgrowl. Layered subgrowl. Iron shriek. Layered shriek. With pitch bend pads.
Warm and look styles and paths rise with a sugary glow. Also bass heartbeat with subtle delay effects. Retro arcade sound effects. Peaks and blips fade in.
Overload. Neon dream.
Bassline enters deep rhythmic and pulsing with groove. Lead synth by the pitch melody with slight chorus. Drum patty four on the floor kick, snappy snares, hi-hats. Acid copy, edit, neon lights in endless streams. Electric nights and retro dreams. Pulse ignites the city's core. Overload, I want more. Synth layers stack and increase in brightness and complexity. Drum fills rise with snare rolls and increasing intensity. Overload, overload. Full synth wave electro bass drop with driving rhythm. Lead line deepens with added distortion and sidechain pumping. Drum beam dramagetic with syncopated hi-hats and claps. FX, neon sweeps, retro laser sounds. Energy pulls back to ambient synth pads and minimal percussion. Neon overload. Return of the drop with fuller synth layers and enhanced bass. Lead seed synth adds melodic flourishes and filter sweeps. Drum pad intensifies with additional percussion and fills. Overload, laser bursts and glitch echoes. And brightness and outreach. And brightness and complete. Brightness and outreach. Neon lights in endless streams. And brightness and outreach. And brightness and unreach. Grumbles, overload, overload. Overload, I want more. Overload, I want more. Overload, I want more. Overload, I want more.
flow like a digital sunrise. Chimes in reversed, piano notes fading in. Lo-fi texture overlay, final crackle. Whisper vocal ghost like some melody. It's just a memory corrupted. A melodic progression begins. Arpeggiated sense, sparkle stereo padding. Chill step rhythm, light snare, side change kick. Soft sub bass hum low. A tape flutter delay tails blurred between the lines. And echoes of a dream long gone, broken frames rewind, but I still play the same old song. Vocal chops glitch rhythmically, pitch rising out under shimmering synths. Snare roll filtered upward, hold on to what's not real. This future bass drop, lush and emotional stacks off chord side chain to the kick. Glitch spot, texture sprinkled over the drop. Vocal stutters woven into the melody. Bass gentle round, non-aggressive melody. Cascading in sevens and ninths. Ambient interludes suspended in sound. Add swell and dissolve, piano melody solo with subtle glitch artifacts. Vocal whisper layered underneath. I was whole once before the break. Second drop, more melancholic and glitch. Same chord struck. Triple with granular delay effects. Vocal fragments soft in reverse. Melody is now warm slightly as if unstable. Sub bass lightning pitching for emotional tension. The final vocal line. Fragments fading forever. That's slowly retreating. Piano chords echo like fading thought. Final thought takes off below it. That glitch and a single reverse chime. Tape flutter, delay tailoring synths. Snare roll filtered upward, rolled on to what's not real. Future bass drop, lush and emotional stacks on emotional stacks. Long chords centering to the kick. Glitch spot, texture sprinkled over the drop. Vocal shot, black, lush and emotional stacks on chords, side chain to the kick. Glitch spot, texture sprinkled over the drop. Vocal stutters woven into the melody. Bass gentle loud, no melancholic and great. Cascading in sevens and ninths. Same chord structure but with granular delay effects. Vocal whisper, with solo whisper below everything. Vocal was slowly a flicker. But so much was on the breeze before the break. I was whole once before the break. Same chord structure but with granular delay effects. Vocal fragments chopped in reverse.
Deep atmospheric drones layered with subtle mechanical hums. Sparse as glitch effects flicker like data sparks. Distant robotic vocal sample. Graviton field destabilizing. Tight tech step, drums kick in, punchy kicks, crisp snares, rolling hats, bass line thick, modulated growls with wobbling gravity like shifts. Glitch leads cut sharply through the mix with stuttering rhythms. Vocal chops heavily prosody. Crush, collide, gravity. Synths rise with filter sweeps and pitch bends. Drum rolls accelerate with glitchy fills. Vocal loop, crusher, 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 crusher. Full mellow bass drop with deep crushing sub-bass and complex rhythmic patterns. Bass growls oscillate with pitch modulation layered with distorted synth shards. Drums punch hard with syncopated break beats and glitch percussion. FX, digital crackles and mechanical impacts. Ambient break with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Whispered vocal, sempre. Gravity falling enhanced bass layers and increased distortion. Synth leads weave fast, glitchy runs cutting through the bass drum fills speed up with intricate syncopation. FX cascade with mechanical hits and digital noise bursts. Gradual disintegration of elements with fades and sub-bass, bass decay. Final low bass note sustains and fades into silence. Closing robotic voice. Graviton crusher. Complete. Complete. Drop with deep crushing sub-bass and complex rhythmic patterns. Bass growls oscillate with pitch modulation layered with distorted synth shards. Toms punch hard with syncopated break beats and glitch percussion. FX, digital crackles and mechanical impacts. Ambient break with swirling pads and glitch echoes. Whispered vocal, samper. Falling. Return of trolling. Return of drop with enhanced bass layers and increased distortion. Synth leads weave fast, glitchy runs cutting through the bass drum fills speed up with intricate syncopation. FX cascade with mechanical hits and digital noise bursts. Gradual disintegration of elements with glitch fades and sub-bass decay. Final low bass note sustains and fades into silence. Closing robotic voice. Graviton crusher. Complete. Atmospheric low drones and distant crackles mimic seismic activity. Gradual build of synthetic tension noises and distant robotic voice. Warning, basequake imminent. Hard-hitting dubstep drums kick in with heavy kicks and sharp snares. Bassline deep and distorted with slow crushing wobble. Layered thunderous synth slaps hit on the downbeat. Effects, ground shaking impacts and rumble sweeps. Feel the quake, unleash the overload. Rising like noise and filter sweeps build tension. Drum fills speed up with glitch stutters and snare rolls.
Basequake, overload. Overload.
Overload. Constant bass drop with massive wobblings. The bass of distorted synth layers. Under synth hits punctuate the rhythm. Drum punch hard with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. Seismic crashes, bass slaps and glitch bursts. Energy pulls back to deep atmospheric adds and rumbling bass drones. Distant echoing vocal sample.
Aftershock.
Return of the drop with added distortion and layered synths. Bass growls hit thicker with modulators and bass pads. Bedburns bends. Bass drops get thicker with modulated pitch bends. Drum patterns intensify with complex fills with repetitive back-pass. Cascading glitch effects and heavy bass punches. Elements peel away, leaving a deep sub-rumble and distant seismic echoes. Final synth hit reverberates into silence. Closing vocal sample, phase break, on the dance.
Phase break.
Complete. Plasma crackles, distant machine drum, alien screech effects, high-pitched modulated, low synth swell builds pressure, distorted voice whispers, exoburst initialized, their roll starts bending, aphorizers laced with glitch and static bursts, drop countdown, 3, 2, 1, 1. Stopping rhythm groove kicks in. Distortion. Then snap sharp and alien tone, gated rhythm. Punchy, tight, alien screech layer woven into bass hits. To the laser saps, dry stereo pan, duplicated pleated loop, chemical butter rides, verb tails trail of plasma discharges. Ads with low filter sweep, containment breached, ion lash unleashed. But alive, reverb tails trail like plasma discharges. Bands with low-end filter sweep, containment breached, ion lash unleashed. Glitch sparkles dance above ambient layer, slow snare build, triplet glitch fill. Bass stabs now doubled and get shifted, kick gain sub-rumble layer, screams and bends upward like a machine metal. Big bass distortion spikes in fast bursts. Drops feel heavier, alien unstable. Effects, rising tone with granular crunch before each stab. Low-fi chrome bass fades to deep pulse. Pulse scintillator, all systems collapsing, initiating plasma fall. Full of filtered synth echoes spiral outward. Silence. Full plasma meltdown. In layers, alien screeches modulated to sound like screaming eternity. Rim drums distorting glitch on every fourth beat. Pitch warps, stereo panning madness. Glitch effects stack near the end. Drop ends with filter down and reverse stab. Single alien tone echoes, distant static sub fades. Last voice exoburst complete. Anomaly recorded. Silence.
Static, glitch pulses begin to sync. Send, drum fades in with chop delay. Large vocal sample, initializing spiral breach. Glass shatters, system boot glitch. Mid-tempo kick, snare, beat enters. Dark paths swirl beneath flickering hi-hats. Rising up panels, pan left and right. Distorted synth riser climbs with circuit bend effects. Sample, containment, unstable. Voltage spiral
minor spiral collapse. Bass becomes more distorted. Lead gets pitchforked, filter crushed, subshakes underneath with LFO twist. Laser vax, pan wide with delay tails. Click half bar fills. Machine gun snares, bit crush, screaming, robot glitch fills. Kick gets heavier, more reverb tail. Ambient breakdown, so heartbeat kicked. Distant static, and reverse piano. Distorted pops, whisper, cycle corrupted. Beat melody reemerges from static. This is the meltdown mode, gold layers, heads hit. Baseline gets layered. So atmospheric synth paths with heavy reverb, crackling static and white noise layering gradually. Distant fragmented vocal samples whispering signal. Fading, lost. Starting dubstep beat emerges, deep keys and self-snare synth decay. Warp textures with pitch modulation. Bass, pulses slow, rumbling distorted. Glitch effects, intermittent noise bursts and echoing clicks. Vocal fragments. Phantom signal, decay. Lagging filter noise and pitch shifted synth sweeps. Increasing glitch chop rhythm, vocal loop intensifies. Decay, 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 decay. Full back of the drop with heavy distorted bass growls. Synth warped and eerie, sliding through dissonant intervals. Distant fragmented false. First versus static, digital decay, Moses. Decay paths, reverse synth, whispered vocal sound, lost in the decay. Turbosaurus with more depth, with more intense distortion. Layer bass growls, think new experiments. Echo glitches weave through the soundscape. Elements fade out with lingering static and echoing synths. Final vocal fragment, whisper, signal, for forever. Ends on the fading warning. Glitch effects, intermittent noise sweep.
Welding sparks, steam hissing, massive servo whirs. Industrial ambience with low rumbles. Clanking metal echo effects. Mechanical voidal call accepted engaging bass world. Rising build with reversed metallic hits and glitch shards.
To max that mayhem, drums it like bits and slams. Heavy cake, snappy snare, baseline and grinding like metal tearing. Hellbats, welding sparks, used as rhythmic textures. An aggressive robotic screech layered with low mid growls. exploding sparks, music reverse hydraulic effects. Mid-range synth filtered and rising. System pressure rising, brace for discharge. Siren swell, pen left to right. Slow rising build with first metallic hits and glitch shards. Into silver whirls. Clanking metal, echo effects. Clanking metal, echo effects. Slow stacked machine feel. Slow rising build with reversed metallic hits and glitch shards. The RAM drums hit like piston slabs. Can't snappy snare. Bass loaded grinding like metal tearing. Backs, welding sparks uses rhythmic textures.
Low pass filtered bass pulses mimic data traffic. Area effects, modem crackle, firewall, ping, echo, robotic voice sample. Limiting and breach protocol, loading exploit. Build up starts, start tabs, reverse symbols, full rumble. Classic rhythm kicks in, laser like lead. Bubbling sub-bass, syncopated metallics. Glitched percussion, off-grid claps, pitch crushed hi-hats.
Round and rounds and firewall breach, vocal sample, access, granted containment, filled. Blinging drum loop with rising growl. Repeating vocal glitch stuff.
Layered altis and techniques. High pass filter sweep and baseline rising screech.
Main rhythm groove, jagged laser cuts and fills on every beat. Mechanical bass wobbles layered with malware like FX. Sound design mimics corrupted chain up to data streams. Breaking 1/4 degrees, protocol, firewall. New rhythm staggered off beat groove, heavier sub. Gradually modulates every 4 bars. And crush effects, slices, and back into extra grip. Malware terrorist effects control makes a stereo field. Drums fade, leaving glitches and fragments. Final sound, firewall cracks. Glass code fragments.
Robotic rhythm kicks in, laser like lead. Wobbling sub-bass, syncopated metallic hash. Percussion off-grid claps, bit crushed hi-hats. Background modems and firewall breach. Failed.
Singing drum loop with rising growl. The beating vocal pissed up and real tight. Ow! High pass for swoop on bass rush. Hi-hats, backstabby, vocal prison and containment. Failed. Helping from loop rising ground. Firewall this, and integrate and filter great. High pass filter sweep on baseline and rising screech.
Main rhythm groove. Jagged laser cuts and hits on every beat. 3D mechanical bass wobbles layered with malware like FX. Sound design mimics corrupted data streams. Breaking 140 brief started firewall. Meltdown in progress.
Drop gets heavier. Improves heavier. Sounds like diverse. Modulates every 4 bars. It crushes, flux slices to background layers. Breaking this and death firewall meltdown in progress. Gets heavier and increase in fragments. Final sound, firewall crash sex. Glass code fragments.
Robotic voice fading into digital noise.
System breach complete. Code forum active. Flickering fire, crackle and molten lava, like synth pads. Distant sirens and ambient smoky noises build tension. Entering the drop zone. Heat rising. Heavy rhythm drums enter with punchy kicks and sharp snares. Bassline beeples and growls and slow crushing wobble. Sizzling synths with pitch bends and flame like modulation. Effects crackling embers and fire bursts. Inferno. Drop zone ignite. Ignite. Rising synth sweeps layer with fiery noise bursts. Snare rolls and drum fills increase intensity. Vocal loop intensifies. Drop zone. Full rhythm drop with
layers. Bass growl slam hard with modulated distortion. Is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. Air bursts of fire, crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back to smoky paths and distant fire crackles. Whispered vocal sample burning through the chaos. Return of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex with triplet hi-hats and glitch effects. And bleed sizzle with rapid pitch modulation. Effects cascade with layered fire bursts and rumbling low-end hits. Elements slowly dissolve with fading fire crackles and distant thunder. Final bass rumble fades out into silence. Closing vocal sample, soft, fading. Full rhythm drop with crushing bass and molten synth layers. Bass cross slam hard with modulated distortion. Percussion is aggressive with syncopated hi-hats and snappy snares. FMs bursts of fire, crackling explosions and heat waves. Energy pulls back to smoky paths and the distant fire crackles. With vocal sets burning through the chaos. Part of the top of the drop with enhanced bass thickness and added synth flourishes. Drum fills become more complex. Triplet hi-hats and glitch effects with fizzle with purpose. Floating system breach detected. Opapine static rising glitch noise. Whispered vocal sampled. Fragment burn initiated. Layered synth paths glitching out like code corrupting. Bit crush snare hits every 4 beats. Deep reverse crash building tension. Effects circuit hiss binary flutter sounds. Glitch door entry wobbly wide fractured and layered with bit crush delay. Pillow and compressed hits like corrupted RAM. Fragmented, pitch bending every raw like melting data. Data dump glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Off-top sound breaks every 4's eradicated. Memory center, erased, distorted. Silence, audio tear warps. Quick silence, high-pitched data, spiked immediate drop. Fire overload. Pulse is now harder, angular. Sub-bass modulates like melting machinery. Gear now, wrists burst, discolored white noise glyphs. Heat sickness, reverse forward, layering with glitch sounds. Block has made glitch resets, extract subdued. Random servers left right. Depth changes mid-bar for sound melting effect. Sounds like a hard drive dying. Fragment collapse. Stars and a spring glitch ambience. Intermittent summer rumbles. Synth reverse slow down. Then auto pan like spiraling ordinarily out of control. Virtual to dump glitches into a pressures. His words new editory. Walk up to corridor. Bombs right into it. Extra distorted. Morphs into a crystalline high energy lazily. Wide and multi-layered, almost orchestral glitch form. Massive reverse reverb glitch fragments. Fragmented, pitch bending every bar like melting data. Data dump glitches, entire 4-bar collapses into silence and restarts with a distorted slap. Throws constantly braced on phones, never predictable. Get the predictable, people into people. Little slows, beat noise filter, bass altered. Drum dominate subtle, memories. That's all stress. Lighter, off-road, burst, choice of glitch, swirl.
Low end sub rumble like a machine powered on deep underwater. Spas ambient glitches flicker, faint reversed hi-hats, thick crushed risers, whispered vocal texture.
Entering the void, dive initiated.
Beat emerges slowly, 808 pulse delay snare, bass filter growl, submerged like it's underwater. Melody begins, sine wave arcs drifting in the background, occasional reverbers and glitch clicks. Lyrics.
Is pure copy that is clipped in a code. I'm pulling you on dark get filled when the fire feels cold. I crash the line, I corrupt and slow. Don't reset now, I'm your system stunned off. Pitch bends up, look like pressure building.
Snare roll with granular effects.
Dive deeper, deeper. Breach, we're going pulses increase density like sonar pings. Top front bass drum hits, massive distorting and 808 with no past modulation. Hi-hat switch to triplet roll, subtle blitz.
Village 6 sparkles disintegrate into noise. Heavy sub-ducking and granular tailing effects. Drop ambient pitch mood with slowed down glitch effects. Reverse reverb effects trail into silence.
No light, just code, just fall. It's decay, lost in static, drift away. Core corrupted, nothing pure. Virus deep, no final cure. Harder drop with glitch variation, 808's no big crushing limit. Melody switches to a gun, ace my